regulate this a little bit down. Since there are no other people talking that need to be on my level.
Get on my level!
Nope, get below my level because you're just game music. Hello, Comet! Also, I probably should turn on the light.
Light!
Yeah. So, are we ready to bring it home today? Are we going to do this?
We're gonna do this!
Chaka!
Let's do this!
Freedom! So what are we going to do after that? I mean, I will need a little bit of break from the graphic novel, I assume.
Yeah, I assume.
I mean, we could go for either a shorter game series or at least some palette cleansers. What do you feel like doing as either as a co-player, or we could do a similar thing like we used to do with Getting Over It, where we can actually switch?
I was gonna say, we never did finish Getting Over It, technically.
Said palette cleanser. I mean, we could.
We still have 2 weeks. I mean, we could start over the ball or whatever it was.
That was also a thing. But then again, this was when you were still not here.
True.
So we could utilize the fact that you are here. The end is here! Hopefully, Enigma, hopefully!
I'm confident we'll get
there. And we are already planning what to do next. But yeah, I mean, we could do something where we could utilize that you are here. I know that many games Yuri and I had to pass for Gaming in Ties in the past because they were not couch co-op.
You mean because they were couch co-op?
Yes. But yeah, we can couch co-op the shit out of it. We can do hot seat, like with getting over it. But this requires certain... Overcooked, okay, great idea. Undoubtedly great idea, Enigma. The problem is...
It wouldn't be blind.
And yeah, Denim and I literally finished Overcooked together from beginning to end. And the DLCs were not really that intriguing.
Yeah,
we tried them a little bit.
It was a lot more difficulty without a lot more fun, so you're just like, meh.
And yeah, I mean, we could maybe play it all over, but I'm not sure if we are blind enough about the levels.
Yeah, it might still be. Might not be interesting enough because we sort of know what we're doing already.
And we have reached the point where we are looking for bigger challenges, like
there was
3 players,
games
4 players.
There was other games we looked into that were sort of similar, like that moving game, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, if they are specifically also local co-op, we could use that. Yeah. I mean,
we've been thinking about it.
We have. But enough thinking, because it is time. Last time!
On Gaming in Ties, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we tried to get the definitive truth out of that demon, but his authority and initiative was too high of a roll for us to book him on anything, and even swore swift vengeance against us. But there is still his liable accomplice and the sister of our assistant of scientific probable deduction, Lana Skye. With her testimonials about to be fully detailed, can she finally help us exorcise this chief of chiefs? And can A&Y finally be free of this case and the first game of a trilogy of puns and questionable logic?
Alright, there's a what? Do I look in the right direction? Yes. There's the word trilogy on screen. No!
Court's in session now for the grand finale of Ace Attorney.
Gaming in Ties. Thanks, Enigma, once again for the summary. Hopefully for the last time for this game. Not because I don't like your summaries, but really I need a break from Phoenix Wright. Or Ace Attorney in general. If I just say I need a break from Phoenix Wright, I already can tell what you make me do next.
I mean,
look, it's not Phoenix Wright, it's another Ace Attorney.
I'm not gonna make you play them out of order.
Yeah, so my OCD may... Oh, and the next one is still Phoenix?
Yeah.
Ah.
All the ones in the trilogy are still about Phoenix, and then
Oh.
the fourth one is where there was suddenly a new protagonist, and the status quo was changed a bit, and the American localizers had to be like, "Crap, we have to give it a different name for the franchise now, because it had a different name for the franchise originally."
Whoopsies!
Whoopsie.
But yeah. Continue.
Also, Applejack. Chances are he's not going to stream the other two if he plays them, but he might play them in his own time.
Maybe.
Eventually, after a break.
It's still the interesting question of we stopped in the middle of a testimony?
I think that we stopped at the beginning because we were like, okay, yeah, we don't have time for this last testimony because the boys are getting rowdy and I love.
Oh yeah, it's still white text and not green text.
This
so
is still the beginning of this testimony.
okay, that makes sense. But yeah, what was I about to say? I was about to say something. Well, there goes my brain again.
Whoopsies.
What did you say before I realized?
You possibly playing the other games on your own time after
Yes.
a break.
Yes, because I am curious, like, to see, because I play games differently when I stream, obviously, kind of. I mean, is it obvious? I'm not sure if you never streamed, maybe it's not obvious, but, I mean, with this game, I don't read out all the lines. If I play it by myself, without a co-pilot right next to me, I might not do all the out loud thinking and the complaining, so I don't know if the aspect that legitimately annoy me about this game. I play it up, I exaggerate it, but some of this shit really grinds my what does it grind?
Gears?
Not my grind my gears, makes me grind my teeth, maybe
makes
that.
you grind your teeth.
Yeah. So I wonder if and how much I would if the enjoyment goes up if I play it on my own time, or if it even goes down even more, and I'm like, nah, I would not touch this if it wouldn't be fun to stream. So yeah.
Well, Applejack, if he plays the other two games on his own time, then maybe we can find a way to get him to play the fourth game on stream. You never know. Maybe.
You never know. Yeah, maybe I do fall in love with it after all. But yeah, I only can point to, which I also posted in my Discord, the recent Yahtzee video about the newest Ace Attorney game, which apparently is a prequel about Phoenix's ancestor. And he points it out very nicely, like, there are those puzzles in the game, and they're intriguing, and you feel like the smartest person on earth for figuring it out. And then the game comes in and gives you so much hand-holding and idiot-proof clues, and drags it out for so fucking long, but you're already sitting there, and I'm like, I know the solution. Anyways, gameplay. Also, the good thing is we are potentially not in a hurry, since we have to see if we even need the full 2 hours. But yeah, Lana, take it away.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Oh, very well. The defense may now begin the cross-examination.
Watching him play these games and losing is over the...
Looks like you and Seductive have very close birthdays.
Oh, really now? My birthday's next week. So is mine.
There's a noodle awake.
There's a noodle. There's a noodle. Oh my god, he runs.
Testimony.
He runs towards the... Nope, he doesn't make it all the way to the toilet.
He's
Boy.
He's got to scratch first.
Yeah, scratching before
This
toilet.
is the good boy. He can probably do the toilet himself.
Yeah, he takes a beeline, zack, to the toilet. Bam, he's in it. He is turning around. He's doing the poopies. That's my boy.
So proud of our little noodle.
I am. Eddie is a good pooper. Anyways, the cross-examination. Trying not to make it like 2 weeks ago when the stream completely... In all fairness,
They were new here. We were new.
Yeah, it
to
was
them.
their third day here.
They weren't used to stuff here.
They have now been living here for 2.5 weeks. We have figured shit out pretty well by now. We don't have to worry about every single step they take.
Yeah.
They have plenty of toys they can play with, which are totally not noisy. I hope they don't decide to take the.
I mean, we could move the crinkle box to the other side of the room.
Let's see. Maybe they don't want to crinkle today.
We'll see.
Anyways, immediately notice the blood stain. Press it. So the jar was already broken.
It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
It certainly looks as feeble and as a defense's case.
Wow, not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Normally I would have, but there's a noodle down at my feet.
I was dark in the room and I didn't have the time to check, so why wipe it clean at all? So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar?
No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
Wow, that's a confession in the middle of a...
Intention of erasing evidence, but she didn't.
Oh, that helps my case.
Lana, you do that for me?
It seems you two might make up yet.
Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon this scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry.
I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came.
But why? You just declared that you don't think it was your sister, so why is she trying? Damn it! That's the...
She does think it was her sister.
Yeah, but it's like it's so annoying that we didn't get that we had the 2-week break in the middle. Ah.
Oh, this rather shocking.
We save and wiped away the blood. Save of what? Wait, I need to go back. Yeah, wrong button. Do we save? I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals that what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought the dark hair killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces.
But is nobody going? I just called her bluff out. I just called out the big gaping hole in her logic. Is nobody going to address it? We are just continuing. Oh yeah, sure. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office.
A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me.
It's called a smartphone.
They didn't have them back then.
They do now.
This game is that old. Calm down. You grew up in this. You lived through this era. You know.
Dark Ages.
Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go.
Yeah, but you are a crazy freak. You don't count.
I never miss anything. I got every last piece.
Except for the last piece that you didn't get.
She got every piece she knew of.
Ah. But wait, if she did get if this last piece was not available anymore.
What's your grand drink for this finale?
It is the purple.
Pink.
The pink drink. It's not as pink on camera now, is it?
No,
Maybe
it
in
looks
front of
more
a
clear.
in front of a white wall, you see that it's actually pinkish. I went all pink today.
Yeah.
Maybe a close-up
The
helps.
light makes it look more translucent. But yeah, what is that? Is it just a pink tonic water? Or is
It's a pink
flavored?
It's flavored and pink.
Okay.
It's I believe grapefruit flavored or something.
That explains
So
it.
you know, bitter and bitter makes bitter square.
Like your soul.
It's true.
the bitter
It's a-
pink of your soul.
Yeah, it's the right bitterness for me to enjoy this game.
I'm still doing the classic ginger drink. Cling.
Okay, all I could think about was wiping them clean before they die. Okay. So, you illegally rearranged the crime scene. She confessed to murder! This is like, step back from there.
Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. She treated you badly all this time.
What about to say? It's not too late. There is still plenty of time to make up before she gets executed.
Man, it's sort of like there's parallels between Elsa and Anna.
Oh, oh my god.
This came first.
Yeah. Oh, she's a frost queen. She has a little bubbly, insane
She pushed
sister.
away her younger sister after a traumatic
True.
incident for her own good.
Yeah, it's like this is a trope or something.
What?
After we have gotten to the bottom of this incident.
It's not really-
No doubt the same will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Yes, they actually did. Why do we even have to... Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Or she's just a stubborn mule, I don't know. Still, she's not going doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradiction in her testimony.
I'm sorry I missed such a wordy line.
I know.
Jeez.
There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. But there are contradictions in her testimony itself.
You need to show that.
I already showed it. What was it? This line where I was like calling her out to be safe, and Phoenix instantly calls her out and is like, "Yo, why would you do this if you don't know it?" No. I'm just pointing out that there is a contradiction. I should be able to call her out without showing any evidence. I'm like, I mean, Phoenix did it. Phoenix was like, lady, you talk bullshit. And then we just move on. Better like so, noodles as... You have literally noodles as pet. And you won't tell me you're bitter softy. What? I'm a very stoic and masculine and... Oh no, are you going... No, don't present me with one of the babes. No, my very manly and stoic facade must break on camera. Everybody's mind will be blown.
They're cuddling. I can't separate them right now.
Haha, you softy.
I can't bring it. Yeah, but I'm at least less in denial about it.
God damn it.
Besides, we got 2 hours.
It's
They
true.
might wake up.
Wait, what? No, I didn't mean to press. Sorry, but afraid you really happened. Babbity boobity ba. You really saw Darker Haze? Here, I didn't mean to, but now that we see it again. No, I called her out and she's just like, and yeah, this is basically a confession right there. Jesus. Okay, what I actually wanted to do, I didn't mean to press again. What I actually wanted to do was check my fucking records and see what could help in this situation, so... Oh, is this maybe the thing? Unregistered evidence. Oh no, this is just about evidence. Whatever. Found in the chief's safe.
I mean, she's talking about the fragments. What would prove that there's something up with the fragments?
Yeah. So I just show her the vase. So
Unless you have a better idea.
the fragments are large. So I'm sure I got them all. So I can just show her the vase where she obviously didn't get all of them. Final fragment found in sheep gun safe. Emma written on the surface. I guess I don't see the evidence, my life bar blinking. So I guess I can just try it.
May as well.
Music dropped. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals the truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Garn's safe.
In the chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about the final piece. Well, there was still blood on it. Unlike all the other pieces, there also was blood on it.
But it had more on it.
Yeah.
Oh, but the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
And did a pretty crappy job at that. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Garn got there before you.
Oh, but couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
Oh, that may be well, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. How old is he again? They were in my mouth all
Oh, God. Okay, Edgeworth doesn't even. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that!
There is no way a name could have been written on shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying this person. It was Chief Garn. At the time he was looking for Darker downstairs. Besides, even if he was the first, why would he...
Stop interrupting him! The question is, if he did arrive the first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years?
Ooh.
Well, Your Honor, can you answer that? They don't even have a face?
No.
They don't even have a freak-out face for him.
Wait, I'm not the one on trial.
Whoops.
Yeah, he did the usual reaction of a witness who loses it.
Yep.
But he didn't even get the fitting facial expression.
Yeah, they would have had to add another panel for him.
Demon Gant arrived. Damon Gant arrived at the scene of. But you can't take Darke away from me. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hit one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of Evidence.
Why would Chief Garn do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she thought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped to create evidence that incriminated Darke, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Ooh, Jesus, girl!
No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Foul lies. Imagine that coming from my own client.
Oh, I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute. What if we are still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Thank you, Emma, for trusting me and always having my back. Miss Skye, please testify once more.
But Don't take my line.
I
from
thought
me
it was a
again.
Phoenix line. He was like,
It
but
clearly was-
do it this and this way. But yeah.
If evidence was fabricated,
I
how do you like it?
I sincerely thought it was Phoenix's line. If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Sky, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Dun dun dun! Implying that all her previous testimonies were not trustworthy, and therefore, why should we trust her this time?
All right, the witness may testify once more for the final time.
Drop a beat.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
That's the point.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled by the armor sword.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
Mm.
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
It's a little ducky. She took a little ducky of it.
Yay! The ducky did it!
Oh, now I'm allowed to do that. Uh-huh.
Now that
Fuck
is
you too,
appropriate.
game. Actually,
It's a book.
how do I open? Oh. Wait, no. I see something now. Oh. Okay, I need to. Hey, there's a picture here. I mean, he is an attorney and not a detective, so...
It's true. Oh my.
Yeah, Emma, in case my hunch is wrong, that's what you did.
This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything.
Unseen photo from 2 years ago. And picture inserted into the court record.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest! Could that be?
The claws we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it?
We need to talk more flashbacky. But now it's over already.
Alright. That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whose ever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
It's yours. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyways, let's get on with the cross-examination. I mean, here's the thing. We have established that Emma did push somebody, so she probably did sincerely push Marshall and therefore got her handprints on the vest. Mm-hmm. But she might not have been the one who pushed him into the what was it? A sword, a spear, a spear. I believe.
Whatever. I think it was a sword. Something.
Yeah.
Whatever sharp
So
thing she
yeah,
had.
yeah. She did a pushing, but not the pushing. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Okie dokie, here we go. Arrived, found Marshall's body impaled on... Da-da-da-da!
Sup, Gannon?
Come now, RG. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I have ever seen.
Oh, Chief God.
What? Now you want to make me out to be the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put it in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we talked about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of noose tightening around your own neck. There it was again. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? No, this animation just now totally was the one of a calm person.
Yeah, clearly you just had the shock collar on or something.
Yeah, one of those prank podiums.
Yeah, haha, fun joke.
Yeah, or Lana zapped you with her zapper because she was like, I was just standing there, you asshole, you just pushed me violently off. Take my electronic shocker.
Could be.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Oh, yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
Oh, we have another poop weasel.
Noodle on the move!
Noodle on the move, and he's doing the poops. Here's a treat. Oh, you already have treats. Ah. And... Anyways.
Oh, you have conclusive
No,
evidence?
I'm just staring in the ferret while he poops.
No, I don't. But someone does.
Someone?
So, what's your excuse, Rhino? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marsh. I thought the judge was my yawning voice.
Well,
Causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. We know that Emma pushed him, but there can be more than... Oh, hello there. Oh, okay.
look at the little stink weasel.
Oh, he is stinky. Alright. You are very stinky today, aren't you? Yeah, he's camera shy. Maybe, look, I'm having a very fancy outfit. Maybe I can, what do you call this? Fancy scarf?
Yeah.
I'm going
I mean,
to get
mink
bitten.
scarves are all the rage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I'm going to get bitten any moment now, aren't I?
Sure.
Oh, and now he's going over the keyboard. Can I protect the keyboard? Almost.
Down in the stream!
He's going for the alcohol. He's going for the booze.
Let's go for the alcohol!
There's no alcohol. I mean
He's going for the
the.
human beverage.
Yeah, for the human beverage.
And he's off.
Okay,
curse
continuing.
subverted.
Conclusive. And it leaves room for.
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Eh. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Still not a murderer. Still just an accidental killing.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed... I guess I have... Okay, I have to show it, don't I? Because otherwise I'm just as bad as all the people in the past who fucked up. I have to show it and then somehow demonstrate that Gaunt is still at fault.
Do you want any help with this one?
I go for show evidence. If I conceal it...
Have you saved? Just in case.
I have now foreboding statements. I show the evidence. I mean, if I conceal the evidence...
Poker face here. Stop making me laugh.
Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence.
All right, the time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the chief's.
No, they are not.
Now then, let's see this.
It's not conclusive. It just shows that she pushed him and she already acknowledged that she pushed. It's... This is a...
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near the chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. No, this is just jumping to conclusions. This has nothing to do with conclusive evidence.
What? Whose fingerprints are these?
I am sure Rido has checked, haven't you?
Well, whose are they?
They are Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies.
What? They're mine? So I really did do it.
See? I told you it was conclusive. No! It just proves she pushed him! But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any claws in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that? But... Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. What? By presenting that evidence, you tied Miss Sky to Neil Marshall's death.
It's a semantics thing.
No. Wait, what?
It appears we have our killer.
No. No. Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all accounts.
Game over. Load it up again. It will make sense. It's a semantics thing.
Eh? Semantics thing?
Yeah. You gotta follow the letter of the law.
Cannot show evidence. Has it something to do with... What was the letter of the law again? Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the... Okay, it would be relevant. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Okay, I get the...
Keep going.
Cannot show evidence. Because I cannot be forced to show any evidence that is
It'll be
against
clarified. It'll be clarified.
Okay. But it's like, yeah, we went through numbers of trials where covering up evidence and not presenting evidence properly is what made all the people fall from grace. And now
You have to present the evidence properly.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie!
Chief Guard?
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. Okay, now we got his statement that it actually was his, which he could deny earlier. But, okay, it's still stupid. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
Well, looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? Oh, that means you, the Chief of Police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Rido. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
But didn't we just point out that he now is not allowed to testify anymore? Wasn't this the thing we just established 5 minutes ago? This last episode is really trying to...
Keep going, you're doing great, sweetie.
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I should use this situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky? I told her to arrange all the evidence I had. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using the evidence to get Joe Darke convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those 2 items in your safe?
Oh, but why?
I am for insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's almost always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck.
No, by careful, conniving manipulations.
See this jar fragment? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name. It didn't,
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the name, the blood off the pieces.
You heard nothing.
Okay. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what to say you didn't fabricate the message on the jar too? Oh, oh, oh! Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Rido. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all, but it's all a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Yeah, he's just very happily admitting to all of this just now. I mean, his career is over, isn't it? So he's at this point he is actually cornered. The reason that he has to admit to all this forgery means that, yeah, he's just doing it to not get the death penalty.
More or less, probably. Though I'm sure he thinks he'll find some way to weasel back into power.
Probably.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Rido. You should have shown it then, before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I guess now I show the evidence. Let me save again. So, this time I motherfucking show the evidence. What? What? Bag. Show the evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
Alright then, let's see the conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Oh, wait. The trick is that I do not present this thing, but something else.
Also, you got a long distance hug.
I got a long distance hug? Aww. I need so many hugs during that gameplay. Found it, some other evidence that I could present now. Died from the lung. Photo of the rod ceremony. Show the wait. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. So this is the murder weapon that got also used on Goodman.
That was the one that was planted evidence.
Yeah.
The tip was planted and removed.
Yeah. And it was then used again to stab Marshall, Goodman with, in the presence. And this is the one. Wait, what? Now this.
That was believed to be the murder weapon. It's the one she stabbed into Goodman.
After he was already dead.
Yeah.
So Goodman still got murdered, so...
So it's technically not the murder weapon, they just didn't update the description.
So yeah, for shits and giggles, I will just try this one.
Mr. Edgeworth, your opinion, please.
I think Mr. Wright's humor has improved at the expense of his defense.
Better polish your defense, Mr. Wright.
Come on, Mr. Wright. You remember that thing with the murderer's handprint on it, don't you?
I guess since I didn't lose the game completely, I will just continue playing. No reason in loading it. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present.
Good now.
Yeah, conclusive evidence. The evidence shows who the actual murderer was. What? Oh, okay.
Look at this badge.
Look at this badge. Look at this attorney's badge. Okay, I guess I present that thing then. Does this have the same effect as earlier? Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's chest. Oh, yes. At last, you have finally brought it out into the open.
Oh, here's the imprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that we immediately send to the lab for analysis this handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
Oh, you mean...
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh, you are as slow as uptake is ever worthy. What? Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Oh, whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted.
Yeah.
Predicted by whom?
Oh, the person to whom
The fingerprints belong to is... I guess I still have to be honest here.
Yeah, no point in lying.
Yeah.
Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, you're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still try to pin the murder on me.
Oh, so it's true. Tragic but true. This girl really did show Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster!
Oh, Miss Sky.
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really did it.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
Sorry, Levi's reaction.
You know what I hate? Whenever Max reads Chief Garn's lines, he gets the same smile as he talking like
It's the walking, talking orange. He's voicing.
I have no idea what you mean. It's acting!
It is!
What do you think how I make those voices?
Have you ever seen the faces artists make when they're drawing expressions?
Yeah.
But, what?
I said, this trial isn't over yet. Ah, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposefully concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I am looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
It's still just manslaughter, not murder.
Exactly. That's, whatever. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? And what's that? You really killed Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
No, it was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contained a critical contradiction.
What?
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
Eyebrow twitch.
I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this clause. What? Okay, this is where it cut off.
Yeah, look at the photo closer.
He's already did. He's still stabbed on the thing. It's cut out. What? Yeah, it's
What's in the picture?
Yeah.
It's not on the piece of cloth.
in the picture that's not on the... Oh, blood. Oh.
When did he cut the piece off?
Ooh. So the picture is the piece of evidence that I show.
I hope that wasn't too much of a too strong.
I don't think I would have figured it out otherwise.
Okay.
So that picture is the evidence that I should present.
Yes.
And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph. See where the piece of the vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on the vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt were punctuated. Blood pouring out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there is no blood on it.
An evilgasm. A reversed evilgasm, since he's not happy.
I was gonna go Super Saiyan, but that works too, I guess.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this clause, there is no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. Thankful, because she already acknowledged this half an hour ago.
Yes, she did shove him.
Yes, this was not conclusive. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, the jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue, and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember you admitted only moments ago that you personally cut out the bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finally my words, Phoenix. It's finally over.
You got him!
Up. Ooh. Oh boy, look at him sweat.
A mighty have fun.
Oh, that was close, Rido. You almost had me. Sorry, but you have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
Oh, what do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. And that's why it was so important, because now...
Order, what nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Archie. Earlier, already here concealed that piece of clothes.
So then, what's your excuse, Rido? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, the piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Ho 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 ho! Did you actually think you could best me? But even if the piece of evidence is illegal, we still have him basically not convicted, but proven to be a murderer.
But legally he can't be convicted for it, so he can't be executed.
But everybody knows he is a murderer.
But he can't be convicted for it. This has happened in the US as well.
It sounds like a pretty stupid justice system because it's not justice.
I never said the justice system in either country was perfect.
You mean this fictional country and the real country over across the ocean?
And also Japan, the other ocean.
I don't know enough about the Japanese system to make a statement. It looks like the last laugh's on you, son, for having convinced the public that I am a murderer, but without convicting.
Or at the very least, even if in the US, even if a jury votes them guilty, it can be appealed because there was evidence that was added illegally, and then it goes to a higher court, and blah blah blah.
But
blah.
if the evidence is still conclusive, even
But
if
they can't use it.
Oh, I'm afraid Mr. Wright's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edward.
True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. So stupid. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It seems at last the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
He is beating him
Mr.
at
Wright.
4D chess
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it
with a checker set.
that you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I did not purposefully and illegally conceal this piece of cloth. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You got...
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Oh, very well, let us settle this once and for all.
No, there's not actually one issue left to be resolved in this trial. We are currently trying to figure out who is the murderer of Neil Marshall. But this trial is about the murder of Goodman. So even if we even if we get Gant convicted of the murder of Neil Marshall, Lana is still on trial.
That
for
would prove that Lana didn't do it.
Didn't do what?
Didn't kill Goodman.
How?
Because it wasn't her. Because we already established that he was the one that killed it and had her do it to cover it up, and it was like, well, there's no motive. Why would she do that? Well, it's because of all this stuff.
But yeah, but then we
By
only...
proving that he killed that guy, they prove that she did not kill that guy.
No!
I know. But that's what they're going with.
Need more.
Do we? We're so close to the end.
Yeah, but we still have an hour to go.
Alright.
You can make it a smaller one, I guess.
Very well, let us settle this once and for all.
You don't have to keep up. I have a
Yes, I do.
I have a German digestive system.
How am I gonna get better?
You're not supposed to.
Why not?
Well, you're usual to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation with the law, then do so.
I wonder what I have to use for this. Unregistered evidence presented must be revealed to the case on trial. But unregistered evidence. One. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. So, I guess that's the point that we are harking on about. Must be relevant to the trial. Okay, so it's about rule 1 that we have to prove here. Bam. And the music dropped. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I have done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on the piece of cloth. However...
You did your homework like a student the night before the day of an exam.
In the morning, right before it actually starts. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in the book, in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Wait, no, the first one. It's about the first one, not the... Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, I was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the clause and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just to take a look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
Oh, that was shown only a few moments ago.
Oh, that's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me know this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh, yes. No. It was then that you approved this clause as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this clause. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you. Oh. He is losing it completely.
Yep.
Goodbye, Mr. Gant's sanity. I knew I should have gotten rid of him.
Cheers.
Cheers. Should have him? Which him? Ah, wait, him? That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. Oh, he wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. So he's now just admitting the other murder. So that's how we get the trial on Lana for the murder of Goodman over, by him just voluntarily admitting it.
Yeah, this is the big reveal.
Oh.
Narratively speaking.
If the evidence is transferred, I lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me.
Goodman turned him down as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many. Now I'm giving him kind of a martial voice. I wanted to give him a noir voice because he's running around like a
trench coat and everything.
yeah, exactly. It was a rainy day. She came in alive, and I don't know if this kind of accent does the trick. I can't do accents anyway, so maybe I just give him a whisper voice. We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Okay, that's what we're going with.
I mean, he's probably going to talk too much anyways.
It's true.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SO9. That's when I saw it, the accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
That's what he said.
True that. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I sure do. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. No. For you it was execution. For her it was like unhonorable discharge or whatever the term is.
Dishonorable discharge.
Oh, it's a double dis. Okay. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So you left the jar fragments on the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer.
But I don't know. The other one was
He got caught.
concealed for 2 years.
True.
They all did their best to get in my way. I've got...
Damn it. Another one escaped.
I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we are the same.
Except
Oh,
that...
sure. Try to pull the we're not so different, you and I.
Yeah, because I remember all the people that Ed was murdered.
Yeah.
One day you will understand after you have murdered your first person just to create a fake evidence against a mass murderer you really wanted to see convicted to make your career go up.
I dare to say he has more in common with the Sky siblings than he does with Gant.
Who? Edgeworth.
Edgeworth.
Yeah, probably. Oh, believe me, you will. You are just one man. You will see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji.
Oh, what?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. I'm going to get murdered by the state soon. Sorry, old friend. I am a murderer.
Oh, I'm sorry to Damon Gant that I spent so much time hanging with a murderer. I know you as you used to be long ago, before you became a murderer. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force, but then you became a fucking murderer! I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
This doesn't happen in an instant. You are not like, whoa, there is my colleague lying unconscious on the floor, and I still don't have evidence to convict this mass murderer, the serial killer. Let's take my good friend and colleague and put him on this spike. Oh, and while I'm at it, let's create false evidence to convict this teenage girl of the murder that I just committed. You don't just become like that overnight. He must have been this level of sociopathy. No!
There was already something fucked up with him.
Yeah, he was a messed up person before Judgy. No, he has not turned and he is not this person anymore. He never was it. You're just an incompetent idiot who has no judgment of character. See, that's why I needed more. Those days are gone now. No, you must have always been a sociopath. Once again, you don't turn that overnight.
It's called denial.
Thanks for all the memories, so when I toyed with you idiots before I finally did something that was too much. Don't worry, you will be fine. Now you have Rido here, and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already, the melodious sounds of a new beginning. When was this case added again in because it was added afterwards, right?
Oh, that. Oh, there's a bit of drama in the chat. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I think it was someone else who's spamming links. What?
Yeah, it was them in the Discord fires.
Ah, okay. Anyways,
Yeah. Two things you want to understand.
No. I wanted to ask, like, when was this case added? Like, I know it was added after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
This game was first released.
Yeah.
Then other games came out, and at some point this case got added. When did this case get added? Added.
Well, when they re-released it for the DS.
So how many of the other games have been out at this point?
2. The full trilogy was out, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
double check.
So basically, all established Phoenix Wright fans already have played the first 3 games. Probably, and then they went back for this version, and then they had the game waxing itself off like, what a great start! And everybody's like, yeah, we know, we already played the sequels.
Probably.
Okay, just checking.
This is the first version to make it to North America, though. I don't know about Europe.
Okay. I'm not even sure if and when Phoenix Wright made it over here at all.
Oh, we made it.
Made it? Okay.
Apparently.
Cool. There are 2 things I want you to understand.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anybody. I mean, she shoved Marshall pretty hard. Hard enough for him to
probably
have an
wouldn't have done any
imprint.
permanent damage.
Yeah, but for an imprint on his claws,
He
and
would
it
have
knocked him out.
So he probably was bruised.
Maybe he already had a what do you call it when you
A concussion?
yeah, maybe he already had a concussion that could have ended deadly. You don't know.
That's
So
not what killed him.
not to mention me. Emma hurt me a lot. The mental distress she caused me when witnessing her shenanigans. She hurt plenty of people. Just saying. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. Yeah. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
Sorry, I was looking at the date it was released.
Ah, okay.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything.
Why only then? What?
I mean, it would take a long time for her to do it
Probably.
right now.
Probably.
And kind of just waste everyone's time. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. It's probably not the first thing he's held over her.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. Yeah, of course not, because she's guilty of a fuck ton of it. She's legitimately guilty. You could, if you want justice, you could not have gotten her out of all her troubles.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie.
Ah,
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you.
why?
Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Ah.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
I mean, he was accused of an actual murder just 2 months ago. And he was literally doing the same thing you did, just admitting it without having done it. It was nothing. Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examination is in order for all of us. Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor?
you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Look at this happy smile.
Yeah.
Finally a burden off her shoulders.
Yeah.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy
Yeah,
chains.
I believe it.
Let's see, double checking, and yes, the first 3 games were out before the re-release with this extra chapter,
Uh-huh.
and it was this version that was first released to the US and Europe in 2005.
So that was the first. So Europe only got this version. They
Correct.
never got the
Just like
nice,
North America.
the good old pixels.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, this trial.
Well, no, they got... Okay, the very first version was for the Game Boy Advance. The second version that had this chapter was on the Nintendo DS.
Okay.
Still pixelated.
Okay. The judge is speaking my mind.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already.
He's speaking every player's mind.
Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky,
Not guilty. Why do we never see the confetti when the victim gets declared guilty? I mean, some parties still might find this great because it came to a conclusion.
Because no one else is getting murdered yet.
Oh yeah, I
They
thought.
still need to. He still needs to have his trial, which will probably go a lot slower or a lot faster.
I mean, it's always 3 days. It's always 3 days in this stupid justice
I mean, it
system.
probably won't need to be all 3 days because I can just be like, here's the
The transcript of the previous
transcript
trial.
of the most important points from this trial where he confessed everything.
That's all. This court is adjourned.
February 25th. It's exactly 2 months after Edgy's trial began.
Yep.
Outside. At long last, it's finally over. It is. It is for me too. Emma? Why the long face? Are you a horse now? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook after committing crimes over the span of 2 years. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. She only gets convicted for all the crimes she did commit, which actually is justice.
It's true.
So
It's true. It is justice, which is ultimately what Phoenix's goal is.
except that he always naively hopes that all his clients are actually
So
not
far
guilty.
they haven't.
But yeah, sorry.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
She didn't thank me.
You've suffered every bit as much as I have. You don't know. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Wow, it was really about that. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. I guess I am. Again, this is now my running gag in this particular case, where all I do is interrupting important moments with the line of, I hope I'm not interrupting something. I'll come back later. And like last time, I will probably be called back. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing it on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty. Oh, he's reinstated, I guess? And to top it off, you call me here. Yeah, I have seen happy people at funerals. Hell, listen up, pals.
Lighten.
What? Hey, listen up, pals.
Lighten up.
Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I come today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Wait, is
Lana!
wait, what was the judge guy, what was the police, the guard guys in the courtroom called again?
The bailiff?
Yeah, bailiff. Is he now a bailiff? Why is he guiding the person,
Maybe he's friends with the
defendant
bailiff.
around.
Who knows? Or
Uh-huh.
maybe she still intimidates the bailiffs enough that they were like, oh, okay,
Right.
sure, have some time, ma'am.
Maybe. Should you be doing...
See?
Should be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Even in police academy, I never panicked that much before a test. I never panicked. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. Yeah, you did. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. Trauma does that to you, you know? I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Yay!
Oh, Emma. Emma. Happy ending.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on towards a brighter future. You know, like Damon Gann, who is now making up for his past mistakes of being a murderer by getting executed.
Most
you know,
likely.
a brighter future.
Capital
Wait.
punishment, 'cause Japan, probably. Oh, it took so many streams, Wilson. So many.
Probably can find out in a second. At last,
At least.
that's what I felt. Watching the two sisters make out, and Damon Gant getting
Watching
make
two
up,
sisters-
make up. Ah, Freudian slip there.
Wow!
Whoopsie!
Wow.
It happened. Da 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 da. O A N Y. Watching two sisters make up, and also watching
This
Damon.
isn't that kind of a game, Max.
Watching Damon. Too bad.
Well, we know one of your kinks now.
Or do you?
Apparently you're into incest.
Or am I?
That's why what's that supposed to mean?
I don't even know.
Okay. So, anyway, this is your last drink of the stream, obviously, and I put less in there.
Apparently not little enough. But yeah.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here. You,
You
silly
Aw,
tsundere.
come on, kiss your boyfriend, Phoenix.
He's in full tune mode.
Oh, look at him being pissed for being called out. Jesus Christ.
Where was he going?
Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well, I'll be going now.
So tsundere.
Glad that... Oh, he's not allowed to go yet.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. Oh! No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me, we are the same,
Got under his skin, I know.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
You having fun?
As much as I ever had in this game, I don't know. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I have known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows, maybe giving enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did, you know, murdering a dear colleague and friend of mine like you, Phoenix. I'm literally saving your life right now because I would murder you, Phoenix. I would murder you in a heartbeat. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
Yeah, this is kind of what he's afraid of doing himself. You're not helping, Lana.
You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright.
Oh no, she's a matchmaker.
Hell yeah, even she sees it. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about.
Oh yeah, smooch him. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I could have been able to find out on our own.
I have a guess. I haven't looked at the guide, but I have a guess. You might need a reminder if you want me to help you.
There you go, the halberd was removed from the current, huh? Evidence today, something we used today.
Today not meaning in this session, of course.
And evidence that we together.
At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know how I closed the guide.
Oh wait, this one I guess, because this
That's
is...
what I'm thinking
yeah,
too.
because this is literally because
each
we
had half.
Oh, like one of those heart
Necklaces. That's the picture I drew.
Our counter-attack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. Which is, by the way, still bullshit. I mean, what I interpreted at the moment was like, how she saw it was because the vase was flying through the air, because Gant was already there using the vase to knock Marshall out.
Nah,
but no.
They bumped to the shelf.
Exactly. It's completely like how Emma had this vision of the fighting people that she actually saw, and the vase that was somewhere in the room on a shelf, not even in the right angle to see it this way.
Because it got knocked off and then the lightning struck. So it turned in midair.
But how? It's a kind of bullshit.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth?
If you will excuse me, there are still some loose ends that I need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. I mean, I'm not sure how long she will have this office. Edgeworth, what will you do now? The poor guy can't go.
Nope. He has to come to dinner with us so he and Phoenix can finally make out.
You know, the game is about lawyers and shit. And there's us, shipping all the characters and making them gay. Wait, are we gay now?
That's gay. But this chat and us are hardly the only ones that ship these two.
It's true. Well, whatever you do, just remember my member. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow.
They're just dudes being bros, that's all.
In the end, it's up to you. I know, it seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Or maybe in courtship.
Hey.
Hey, farewell. Blah, 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 blah.
I'd better be going too. I am technically arrested and all. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. So who's her legal guardian going to be now? Here, this is a little something for you.
She just had this.
Scientific investigation.
Will it also have 2 entire rules in an entirely hardcover book?
That will be crucial to her future somehow.
Uh-huh.
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Really? It's the first one you ever bought? Your childhood was sad. Thanks, sis. I will.
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
With Edgeworth.
What? Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
Also, it's not fully over until the credits roll, guys.
Exactly.
Hang in there. Keep waiting. I know it's pulling the third Lord of the Rings movie here, but hang in there. But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, may be okay with me, but folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard to orders in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes.
there you go.
Believe me, I wasn't cheap either.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Huh?
We know he's not a cheap date. We know he is a cheap date.
Yeah, that's true.
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright, he is the one who will be footing the bill.
Huh?
Huh?
What, do you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Whoop, and there are
Credits.
credits showing off again. The new feature. Oh,
Just like with the earlier
Wait.
credits,
ah.
we get little moments like this.
Oh, I went around
Should we
pleasantly.
please study under a top coroner? As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office.
Makes sense.
Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Aww.
Yeah, I think she said she was going to Europe. Which is usually a stand-in in this version of the game for things that were originally America.
Ah.
Most often it's Germany, but Europe in general would probably be the same.
Oh.
Yikes, I thought I was a gunner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. I've been penalized to no more than I was when firing you. Yep, that's what they said. I just goes to show you can't shake me off that easily.
God, I need to find the right voices in time. This is the biggest challenge.
Yep. Good luck. There's more male characters here.
Especially since I don't have control over
the
the
speed.
speed.
Animation.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of things. Can you believe it? I have been demoted to security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I told them so. Someday I'm going to be a detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like Dick Gumshoe.
Aw, someone looks up to
That's his
him.
big idol. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it's Meekins.
Okay. I'm so tense right now. Like which voice? I'm not good with remembering my voice.
Which one do you pull out of your ass?
Don't shout. Ding 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 ding. Oh, he broke. So looks like craftsman's work is after all not Gumshoe's strong suit. We still have to find it.
Yeah.
It's still a mystery to everybody.
I guess final thoughts after we finish reading these last
Was
lines.
it? You can't see I'm having a showdown with a steak lunch. Miss Murr managed to sneak it in from me. She seemed to God so hell cowboy. Oh, I could do it. You even gave a beaner back her smile. You can make sure Billy and the gang wet their water. He's a voice that I designed to be slowly spoken. I'm not sure what to do.
Suffer. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while.
Really? You get pauses?
As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the lunch. The Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer's as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. That'd be difficult if it's on the bottom.
I wonder if we can get in a dancing ferret for the... But the tune is a little bit weak at the moment. Like very smooth.
I mean, I could try.
Also, we have to do voices still.
I'll never forget what that young Fenslayer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left. Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other, or... Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better... Oh no, I forgot my gravel. Sorry, gotta go.
Wow, he's dead. Yeah, still need to work on the... to get the move from the videos. Yeah, we're getting closer. Yeah. Poor little... He's still sleeping. Uh-oh.
Nothing soothes the soul like the fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming. Well, see you around, Nick.
Was this a video message she sent me on WhatsApp, or what was this just now?
Sleeping in my lap. It's
Yeah.
so cute. I feel bad making him dance.
Oh, now he's yawning. He's waking up. Alright. See those two ferrets dance. Oh, this seems to be an Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. Oh, what's going on? This was not his original voice, but I can't remember it. That was a...
I don't think I should lift the noodle anymore.
Oh. He's very... Oh my god, he's doing a complete long boy. He's just like...
He extends so far.
Oh.
Surprised him. Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe.
In a train, nonetheless.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Because she's a little duck?
Yeah. Oh.
There's another photo inside! Pew 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 pew! Oh, oh no! Get behind him! Quick! Aww. You know, oh, he's running in. Maybe just lift him. Oh, and we are Capcom. Rise from the ashes. Put him in the big one, small one, yeah. Getting him out so he... Because when he's outside, he's using the right one usually. There we go. Nope. We did it. Ah, now he's doing the poopies again. Oh, or not. But now he's awake. Now we can really do the dance. Or I can grab Eddie.
Alright, we get to dance.
Ah! Boop. Fair dance. But yeah, I believe I also saw questions earlier, so about final thoughts on the whole first game in general and what's your favorite case from the game.
Assuming you remember any of them.
Yeah, that's a good question. So what were the cases? So the first one was me being on trial, right?
No, the first one was Maya being on trial.
Oh, Maya being on trial, right. The first one was Maya being on trial. Yeah. The next one was the hotel one. Where...
Yes.
Oh, no, this is still the same one. This is still the same one, right.
Crinklebox!
Crinklebox. What was the second case even? Was it the samurai?
I think that may have been the samurai.
Yeah, the samurai also annoyed me because of annoyed the fuck out of me because of the woods. And then was the Edgeworth one, right? Wait, I can just check the achievements.
Oh, actually, if you also click continue.
Ah, I might do this in a moment. So,
Thanks.
first one is the... Oh no, the first one is the opening one, the prologue basically.
Oh yeah,
Where-
that's where
where-
you and your mentor.
Exactly.
And then you meet Larry.
Yeah, but this one was meh. It was like it was a prologue one basically.
Yeah.
Then the turnabout sisters, the turnaround samurai, the turnabout goodbyes, which was one.
That was
with-
the Edgeworth one.
Yeah, I believe the Edgeworth one was my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, more achievements.
Well, yeah, it's a trilogy, so there's other.
I
There's 2 more
suppressed.
games.
I suppressed this aspect again.
It's a set.
But
of
yeah,
3.
I can click continue. You said.
Well, I was gonna say, or you can click new game, because usually it lets you choose the chapters.
Ah.
So that would have been another way to look back at them. That's all.
Ah. Play this game. Ace Attorney.
There's another noodle.
Ah, yeah, there are the chapters. Like, lip. Yep, there's the second one. Samurai one had too many aspects on me. Yeah, this one might have been my favorite. Ooh, the shadowy figure of.
Fucking badger.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
number
hi.
2 like to say hi.
Are you nipping my nose? Are you nipping my nose, you little mod? Yeah. No, he's licking. But I also see a little bit of teeth. I'm not sure how I feel about
mean,
this.
his teeth is proportionally large as his are. It's not surprising to see teeth. He
true.
has nipped my nose in the past.
Has he?
One of them did. I think it was him.
I mean, he is the one who nips a little bit more.
When he gets really excited, he
Yeah.
nips.
But it seems like
But he's
excited
also the
nipping.
more like docile one in general. Otherwise,
Even so, Elliot sleeps more.
yeah.
It's complicated. But yeah, I mean, we have a few more. Samurai and the Park Murder on the Parrot and the Crazy Man. Oh, okay. Well done, everybody. Oh, was it well done? But yeah, as we said in the beginning, I definitely need a break from... definitely from Turnabout. I'm not sure if I generally need a break from graphic novels. I mean, after... Visual novels, sorry. I mean, there is... I do still have Danganronpa in my list. So I'm not sure how different it is. Do you see me raging as much in Danganronpa as I did in this one?
I'm trying to remember, because while I haven't played it myself, I watched a Let's Play of it. The logic in this game didn't bother me as much as it bothered you, so...
It's hard to say.
I mean, it's certainly more graphic, because it's about killing.
It's a
About
very...
killing. Well, okay, they're both about killing, because this one's about murder mysteries.
I mean, it's a very different... Also, I believe somebody believes that you are Keyframe.
What?
the Phantom Master is like, order in court, keyframe in A and Y. You guy are guilty for having a cute OC.
Does that look like a mink in the other corner over there? No, that's a kraken.
Exactly, a
Tis
mink
me,
would
the
look
Denim
like this,
Ninja.
but it is the other one.
I'm here in person.
Ooh.
Keyframe's in California.
She is. But yeah, but yeah, depending on another Danganronpa is fun and it has cool and kooky characters. Yeah, I mean that much is a given.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's probably less comedy, which is the thing
It's
that
dark comedy. Well, there's like one character that tries to be comedic, but the other characters are just like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
So
There are comedic moments.
So maybe if we feel like visual novel was right. If we do feel like doing another visual novel, maybe that one. If not, then but yeah, first things first, we definitely need some palette cleansers.
Yeah.
So,
We'll consider our options. We got 2 weeks to pick one out.
it's true. And yeah, with that, everybody. Wait, I can still see how many cases were it actually.
How many episodes? It's been on the
How
channel?
many? Yeah.
How many sessions?
How many sessions indeed? Ah, there we go. Oh Jesus. So the last one that got released the other day was part 21. So this was part 22. So we played this game for over 40 hours. Okay, this I could have seen here.
Well, yeah.
But
Yeah, as far as
22 streams.
Yeah, spread it every other week. Couple of pauses in between.
Do you stream on YouTube?
Only a certain game.
And often you stream...
Oh, me. Do I stream on YouTube? No, I usually stream on... Once in a blue moon, I stream Sims. Usually it's been on A&Y's channel when I take over. But the last time I attempted to stream, I did it on my own channel.
Yeah.
Not that I actually have much of a following there, but yeah.
Wink, wink, notch, notch.
I should probably do another Sims stream soon at some point.
Possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that now, after 22 episodes of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, we are finally here to say thanks everybody for joining us. Continue with some other game, we'll see. But this was, for now, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, Gaming and Ties. Bye everybody!